YouTube? It's Brian Phillips coming to you from the new pond with a float plane. It's amazing. I have no idea what YF-350 stands for, but I'm sure we're gonna find out in just mere moments. Comes ready to fly except for the AAAs, and this is our drain pipe for our pond in case you hadn't seen it. All right, here goes nothing. So this is our virgin maiden flight, except for what we tried to do in the living room and sort of didn't work out. Here we go. Whoa. Who needs an elevator in a well-trained sailplane? There is no elevator. So basically what you do is you balance the throttle and differential thrust to control it. And as you can see, it automatically levels, which is pretty sweet. And then all you do is you just basically, if you want to go up, you give it a little bit more throttle. And if you want to go down, you give it a little less. And I'm going to do a water landing. You ready, guys? Here goes nothing. Oh, yes! So sweet! Okay, now there's buttons on here, but as the mosquitoes are trying to eat my soul, I'm gonna come off of the drain, okay? So there's buttons 1, 2, 3, 4. We have no clue what they do, but look, it's pointing that way, so I'm gonna click this button. Full throttle. Oh, yes! Amazing. Now, the other thing I think about this plane is you could put a little bit of weight in the nose, but what you have to do is very difficult for me, is you have to be patient, okay? Hold still, please. You have to be patient and let it do its thing because it just it literally just flies, okay? So once you've got it flying, you can turn and then you just kind of like let go of the controls and let it do its thing, you see? So it's actually really fun. So I'm gonna slow down a little bit. And as you can see, when you slow down, it just keeps doing its thing. That is so much fun. It's actually pretty sweet. Now, it's not like a hobby grade experience, guys. It's more toy grade, but it is quite definitely flying, okay? Now, I'm gonna click this button. I don't know what the heck it does. So I click the button and I don't really feel any difference. Okay, now I'm gonna click the other button. Oh, that turns the lights on and off.
Okay.
So I don't know if you guys can see it from the bottom there. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. So there are definitely LEDs on here. Let's go screw with this bird. Oh, yeah, I have no elevator, so it's kind of hard to control. Let's glide. Differential thrust is all that y'all is gonna get, okay? Now, I wanna see how this thing lands on hard surface, camera crew. What do you think?
Okay.
You think it's gonna do all right? Stay where you are.
Okay.
It just flashed. I was trying to move so I could be on the other side of you. Okay, so that was pretty exciting.
Okay. It's flashing.
I know, it's flashing, but I don't know why. I don't know if that means low voltage, but we did find out this thing's true battery voltage pretty quick. It does come with 3 batteries as we got ours. You may be able to pick how many it comes with, but I'm just gonna tell you this, there's 2 buttons here and I wanna see what they do. Also, pay special attention to the props. I tend to grab from the center here when I'm hand launching. So you can grab way back here if you wanna hand launch, or did we already take off from the water? Watch this, guys. This thing flies so good, just watch it. Okay, so I didn't quite make it to the pond, so I'm gonna go down and get that. Are you filming just so in case I fall?
Yeah, just in case you fall.
Okay, because if I fall, it's gonna be more exciting than that crash with the plane. By the way, this plane is super resilient, like it's impossible to damage, okay? Unless you do that, okay? So I wanna see, holy cow, it's like actually goes upside down, but my battery just so happens to be driving me deeper and deeper.
Dead.
No, I'm trying differential thrust. Holy crap, it actually works upside down in water. That is totally not what it's supposed to do. I just shored it with differential thrust, guys, and that was like the easiest thing ever. Okay, so let's just see if I can get this thing. I said it's near indestructible. Now I have tempted fate. And yes, there are duck tracks here. Whoa, there's a fish right there. Did you see the fish?
A fish or a frog?
It was a fish. I saw the fish. Okay, so that was awkward. I'm gonna lay this down very carefully, right like this, now that the battery's probably dead. Yes, it's so good, guys. It just does exactly what you want it to. Now, I don't know what these other buttons, the trigger buttons, I'm gonna pull them. There's a trigger, and nothing seems to happen, but it does beep. Now, the other trigger, again, nothing seems to happen. So all you have to do is just read the Chinese description and it will explain all the details that you didn't need to know. Now, I gotta say something also. Filming from on this dam is quite awkward, and so I have learned my lesson. So I'm gonna land on the backside of the dam here. There we go. That's the dam runway. It is literally the virgin landing on the dam runway, because I feel like the last one we did was just lame-o. So for those of you brand new to Brian Phillips RC, this is gonna be the dam runway, because it is a dam. And there's gonna be a dam gift shop there, except we haven't built the pad for it yet. Up there is where our main runway is. So if you're just like, where the heck did this pond come from? We put it in with the aid of some heavy equipment.
Yes.
All right, so let's talk about the YF-350. First of all, who would have thunk that that thing would quite literally drive upside down with brushed electric motors?
Yeah.
In the water, upside down. That's crazy. Hold this, please. Also, you know what else is crazy? Is watch how good this thing glides. I'm just gonna literally take the controller back. Now watch this, because it's dirty and I don't like dirty planes in my hand. Watch this, guys. It just glides. It's really good, actually. I'm actually really happy with it. I thought this was gonna be like the lamest video we ever made in like the last 20 years. And turns out it's actually quite fun. So I gotta say something, if you don't have the budget for a hobby grade experience and you want something that's just kind of fun and like, you know, for what the heck kind of time, this thing is really cool. And I gotta say, if you're looking for a Father's Day gift for next year, because you already missed it, then you could buy this thing and just tell your dad that it was stuck in the mail or something. China had screwed up and shipped it to like Mexico instead of United States. And just be like, oh yeah, it's on the way, Dad. Check it out. Links in the video. Oh wait, that's not what I was trying to say. But check it out though, for real. This thing is actually really fun. It's surprisingly easy to fly. Even, it's so easy, the camera crew is gonna do it.
Oh,
she doesn't like it when I put her on the spot, so I'm gonna do it anyway. Watch this. Look at that landing. I literally chopped the throttle, did nothing special. Now, marked difference in print
flight
quality
and in camera.
Okay, what you're gonna do is full throttle, and then once it gets out of the water, you're just gonna back it off. Okay, ready?
So all I have to do is throttle, because there's no elevator.
Just give throttle, I'm filming. There, now back the throttle off. Relax until it goes straight. You guys see how crappy this quality filming is? That's because I'm filming. Okay, see? Now let off the throttle and land it. Use differential thrust. Remember? Just a little bit. Good job. Oh yes, I told you. Isn't that easy?
It is really easy.
Okay, so thoughts on this YF-350?
350.
First of all, I gotta say it looks so sweet coming off the water. Look how nice it looks.
It's kind of fun.
I wanna see that again. Guys, this is really fun on water.
So the other thing is, like, if you have a little retention pond in your neighborhood or like park or something,
I thought
you can totally fly this off of like something tiny.
Yeah, but I don't know about I don't think a pool. I don't think it's gonna do it.
No,
I don't think you have enough room.
No.
And by the way, the differential thrust, like you just kind of ride the throttle with differential thrust and you can drive it in circles. But look how big the circle is, folks.
Yeah.
So if you just give it yaw, it will work. But it's, you know, if you've got really still water, you might need to break the surface tension by going in circles. And I'm 50% throttle. It's not dead. I'm just feathering the throttle. So guys, at the end of the day, is it gonna give you the hobby grade experience that you always imagined you might have? The answer to that question is obviously not. But is it gonna give you a super fun experience? I think the answer is way better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I mean, like way better. This is actually quite fun. I'm enjoying it. And the cool thing is, if you wait just a little bit longer, okay, then it's gonna get dark. And then the LEDs are gonna make this thing glow and you can go down there and chase the fish. Oh, that is so cool. That is so much fun, guys. So now I'm gonna try to do some low level flying so you can see it in the reflection. The acid reflection. So yeah, it's kind of fly by suggestion a little bit too. But if you have room, you see that fish jumping there? That's what I'm trying to draw the fish in. It's like, what's that thing that, uh-oh. Ooh, is the battery dying? No, I was just doing a terrible job, or maybe a little wind. Those are drips behind it, by the way, not fish. Peter Piper, that's what you can Piper the fish over. Like, come on, listen to me play my flute. Peter Piper here.
What are you talking about?
The Piper? You've never heard that story?
Apparently not.
It's like a old wives' tale or something.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Nah.
There were no fish in that story.
Maybe I'm saying it wrong. That's usually what happens. By the way, guys, if you notice that our super tall grass got cut, that was done by yours truly, except for not back there, because it sucks back there.
Yep.
And that's mostly because we had freaking bulldozers parked on top of it all season. So we're just kind of getting the reins back to our hay production. If you guys know the catchphrase, make hay while the sun shines, unless you're Brian Phillips RC, and that is make hay while the sun is down because you just spent your entire sunny day filming RC airplanes.
Yes.
Or I don't know, it's a little different expression for us. I can't believe how long this thing is flying on 500 milliamp hour 1S, and yet it's flashing. Makes me nervous. Like, why is it flashing? Did I turn on the flash? Is that what happened? I clicked that button and nothing seems to have changed.
Flashing.
I don't see any difference in rates. Clicking the other one, this is the left one. I don't see any difference in rates, do you?
Nope.
Okay.
Doesn't sound any different or anything.
I wonder if I can catch it. You think I can catch it, camera crew?
Probably.
Okay, you need to give me some room so I can try to do this without killing us both. These props, by the way, will probably not kill you if you touch them, but you still, like, don't have the kids try it because they're gonna end up getting hurt and you'll be like, Brian, you told me to fly it into my kid's face. No, I didn't. I said, fight into your own face. Ah! Splattered dirty pond water on me.
Gross.
At least it's my own pond water. The neighbors sent some downstream.
Right.
Okay, so to be totally clear, this thing is way better than I thought it was gonna be. And my expectations were like really high. This is like a normal Horizon Hobby bind and fly expectation. This is like an extreme flight expectation. And then somewhere down here is like Dynam expectations. And then I don't know where like Freewing ends. I have no clue. But like the YF-350, I had my expectations really high. Hold still, hold still. I know, it's a mosquito. I'm trying to save your life and I did whack your head. So if you guys are interested in this, I would seriously suggest you get one because A, it's cheap. Yeah. And B, it's super fun. Cause like, this is the type of thing you get when you're just having a family party and you just want something fun to do. That's kind of like, you know, hey, I'm not into all those other things that you guys like. I just am obsessed with RC. Yep. So I'm gonna get something that I can literally put in the hands of a 2-year-old. And like, who cares if it ends up in that tree? Because it'll be that one. Yeah. That one right there when you give it to the 2-year-old. Yeah. It's not gonna be the one that's like this high where you can walk up and pick it out. Yeah. Or it ends up in that like tube down there. But guess what? It's so dang cheap that nobody cares. And I'm sorry, I can't just be, oh, I was gonna say, you better not. I wonder if I can get it off of that spot. You suppose? Let's try it. Let's try. Yeah. Oh! Did it finally change tone? Did you hear that?
A little bit, but.
That's differential thrust. Yeah, I feel like it went to a lower power setting.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to be clear, I actually really do like it. Is it gonna be the best thing since sliced bread? No, of course not. Is it better than, you know, like a UMX Waco? No, not even close. But the thing is, it's really fun and it does what it does well. Mm-hmm. It's just that it's not gonna exceed expectations if your expectations are unreasonable. And that's one of the things we wanna help you guys do when you're considering an RC on Brian Phillips RC is we don't wanna puff up products to the point where it's like, hey, let's look at this thing. It's perfect. It's beginner plane. Well, this one actually is a beginner plane. But if I had $1 for every time I heard an influencer recommending an F-16 as a beginner plane, I would be a multi-billionaire. And the truth is, it's a lie from China. Sorry.
Why are there no mosquitoes landing on you?
Well, I mean, it landed in a convenient spot. So I enjoyed that. At the end of the day, we want to give you guys the no BS BP approach, okay? Yeah. We want you to enjoy your experience as much as you can get out of however many dollars this thing costs. And by the way, if you order it with less batteries, my guess is it's gonna be cheaper. But I would recommend, just in the echelon of this battery, I would just get it with as many as you can afford. Because like when you order these things, the batteries are dirt cheap, like a couple bucks usually.
And then you can get it with like 1, 2, or 3 batteries.
That's right, and that's usually the way they are with helis as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've had way better luck with RC going than we have with other competitive companies that we work with, and we still technically work with them. So that's part of the reason why we're always really happy to work with them on products like this. They take care of people, we never hear complaints, which is not the way it was with the other competitive offering.
Yep.
Just saying. So we don't mean to step on toes, but the truth is when you pick a Chinese company, pick well. We're gonna lead you in the right direction the best we know how. And when we send our audience to buy something like this, when we make a recommendation, we want you to know what you're getting. This thing is not gonna be, you know, a Carbon Z Cub on floats. You know, it's not gonna be near that experience.
It's not the last plane you're ever gonna buy.
That's right. Because that's usually, I mean, usually kind of the way you measure planes is like, on the way to death in human flesh, this is a percentage basis of planes until death. That's how I measure them. So like I'm at like 2%. When I started, I thought I was gonna have like one high wing plane and then like maybe a jet or an EDF. I was slightly wrong on that assessment.
I told that story just today.
Wrong. Oh, you did?
I did.
Well, that's good. So at the end of the day, the YF-350, nobody knows what it means, but it's really good. And I bet 350 is 350 millimeters. I bet it's 350 millimeters wide.
Maybe.
And it's YF for youthful. You fly. There it is.
See, we should name Chinese planes. Oh, seriously?
No, they're just,
I know they're terrible.
Like getting all over you. It's kind of making me jealous. So we appreciate you guys watching. We know that there are a million things you could be doing right now, but you chose to watch Brian Phillips RC, so you could see me hitting the camera crew on camera. Sorry about that. But that's like the third time I've got one. Okay. So if you guys get one of these, buy from the links. You help support us. As always, if you want to support us in other ways, we got YouTube super thanks, YouTube members, Patreon membership, which is monthly as well, and then PayPal for one-time donations. But we don't really even want you to do any of those things. What we really want you to do is buy planes, not necessarily this one. If you're not into it, we get it. It's for some people. It's not going to be for others. But if you're watching a video and you're like, hey, you know, I really am interested in this plane, but let's see what else you got to have. Check out brianphillipsrc.com. We will help you to sort through the plethora of many Chinese choices. And we're going to try to put it through the same similar strategic review process where we unbox, we build, we radio set up, and then we'll have flown it at the beginning, or it's a separate video where we Maiden the plane and then we unbox. On these small planes, we do it all in one video. It's just going to follow immediately after this flight. Okay.
If you're not in North America and you want to order this plane, you can still check it out. Or at Brian Phillips RC, all of the brands are labeled if they offer worldwide shipping. We've had several comments from people overseas.
And this is offered, I believe, most places in the world, okay? So if you're from another country somewhere, the pricing will probably be different. Just be prepared for it. And that's always true amongst every different manufacturer that we've ever worked with, okay? So we're not trying to like pull anybody's change. That's part of the reason why we don't talk about numbers. We don't know what they're gonna be in other countries and other locations. And plus sometimes, because we run our videos forever, you know, the prices change over time. So if you see a price and you're happy with it, just buy the thing, get it going, okay? Because they will discontinue them if they don't sell them. That's the way it goes in this hobby. So dime a dozen, right? Except this one here might actually be slightly cheaper. So stay tuned. The unbox is next. We're gonna show you trying to fly this in our kitchen and living room, and there are some shenanigans in there. So we hope you enjoy it. But after this, there's so much more right around the bend. So stay tuned on Brian Phillips RC. Thanks for watching. YouTube, it's Brian Phillips. We're gonna open this box right now. Something a little bit different today. I'm not sure how this thing opens, but I'm curious about this. I think I know what it is, but I'm not 100% certain. And so we're gonna open it up. You guys have already seen from the thumbnail, so it's gonna be hopefully as awesome as I hope it will be. Oh yeah, it's this little ding, 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 ding.
Yes.
That thing.
That thing. Still
I don't know what it means, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna fly it off of some water.
It's a water land sky glider.
Water land sky glider, meaning it works on water or land or the air. But it's 2.4G, and if you could just read that to them, all those things in that circle.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Thanks for getting that covered. We're gonna unbox this thing. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a short unboxing, I hope. Because truth is, I think it's just gonna be like unbox. Oh, there's decals. Okay. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be worthy of decals yet. It's empty. Okay. Just put that over there for safekeeping. 3 batteries. Okay, let's talk about batteries and chargers quick. And let's come over here for our normal spiel about batteries. We've got our sack with a screwdriver in it. The thing that's nice about these ready to flies from China, they actually do come with spare props and things like this many times. This is a left. This is a right. You can tell on the bottom it says R. It says 2R. And then on the bottom of this one, it says 3L.
There it is. I got it.
Because they would be normally used for drones. It comes with a Phillips screwdriver, and then it comes with a USB to Molex connector, okay? So if you guys want a better charger, we recommend this quad charger all the time. It works really nice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug it in and just show you both options. That one does not come with the airplane, but we always like to show it because if you've got a bunch of batteries, you can only charge one at a time. So regular run-of-the-mill USB adapter. Of course, you can plug it in your laptop or in your car or truck or whatever you've got. Are there lights?
No light on this side, not yet.
Okay. So I'll flip it around so you guys can see at home. Nothing to see there. And I'm just gonna plug this battery right in. Now these are LiPos.
There we go.
Yep, so there's a red light when it's charging. These are to the tune of 500 milliamp hour 1S. So if you get this type of chargers from Spectrum, so it's a, you know, like 40, 50 bucks somewhere in there. It's great if you get multi-battery setups like this. You just scroll in the amp rating you want it to charge at. So it's gonna start at 3.7 volts. It's gonna go to 4.2 volts since it's a LiPo, and this one's 500 milliamp hours. That's 3.7 volts nominal. And it's gonna charge up to 4.2. And with LiPos, if you didn't know, LiPos charge from about 3 volts to about 4.2. That's what we use. Everything below that, it doesn't work. You operate at the very top of the range on a lithium polymer pack. That's what LiPo stands for. Okay, so second battery. See how it says LiPo? You can actually scroll this to lithium high, forget what that stands for. It doesn't matter, because it's not what we're using now. So I'm gonna scroll this up to 0.5 amps, which is equivalent to 500 milliamp hours. So milli meaning 1,000th of an amp hours. So 0.5 is the same as 500 thousandths of an amp. Okay, you guys didn't already know that. Now, also, if you guys have one of these XBC battery checkers, they're a little bit harder to do this with, so I'll show you with just a regular run-of-the-mill voltage alarm, okay? So we got these things, you can get them dime a dozen, okay? They're maybe a little bit more. I'm gonna unplug this, it goes to error 33, and you can actually plug these right in with the negative going in. You see, it's gonna start, so it's 1 CE for cell. That's the nominal voltage, and there's the charge voltage so far. Now, if you have one of these, you can technically do it if you can make the pins make contact, but it may not energize it enough to turn it on, okay? So you see that? So you can't use the XBC battery checker, smart checker, which is unfortunate, but I'm gonna plug that back in and just get her started again. Press and hold, starts the charge sequence. And just so you know, you got a couple of spare props if you lose them. Now, these are gonna be counter-rotating props, which is pretty exciting. And so for that reason, you know, this thing is gonna have differential thrust. Now, I'm also going to show you, you can charge these a little bit faster if you want. I'm gonna turn this up. I'm gonna charge one of them at 2C, which means 2 times the capacity. So it's going to be 1 amp hour, and we'll just see if it catches on fire. Now, all joking aside, quick safety briefing, there's 2 ways to hurt yourself on props. This thing's so small, probably not gonna hurt you even if you hit your fingers with the prop, okay? Just to be clear, if you've got calloused adult hands, you're probably gonna be fine. But kids' hands might get trimmed a little, so be careful. LiPos, charge them where you can see and hear. and be aware of what's going on, especially if you're using the included Chinese chargers. If you're using this, come from China too, it's just a little bit nicer Chinese plant. Anyway, all right, so continuing with the unbox, we pull this thing out. Now you guys may have noticed this about Brian Phillips RC. We go into detail that others don't. If you like this long format content, then you're gonna love Brian Phillips RC, and we will be here to help support you in all your RC needs. So don't forget to click the bell when you are subscribing so you get notified of new content. So we've got these slides. Very resilient, filling plastic. Obviously, we've got LEDs. This strip is popping up and it's driving me nuts. I'm gonna tape it down. Wait, is there a decal that goes over this part of it?
It doesn't look like it. You threw the box. Do you need, that's like not even folded. It's
ripped up.
Ripped and wrinkled.
No, there's not.
Okay.
I'm putting a piece of tape over it because it's already annoyed me and I'm gonna fix it right now. So clear piece of tape. There's nothing magical about it. It's just clear tape, folks. And I am taping it down. It's gonna be an amazing, miraculous transformation because I don't like seeing that thing popped up. And I'm guessing yours probably won't be, but it's driving me crazy. And so I'm taping it down right now. Now, I am a little bit tempted to not decal this plane, and here's why. Sometimes they suck bad, and other times they don't. By the way, it actually sort of like passes the, you can throw it in the room without any power and it doesn't destroy itself. Or, oops, I dropped it on. So this is soft, spongy foam, see? It's not gonna break. Now, let me give you an example of what would break, okay? Now, this is a much better plane. And I'm not just exaggerating there. This is a very good hobby grade plane, but it's made of EPS. It's not gonna bend, it's not gonna, it's gonna be more stiff. It's gonna give you a better, more refined flight experience. But it's also quite a bit more expensive plane. It's got more sophisticated electronics and it's gonna be EPS. This is an EPO foam, so it's heavier because there's using more foam with a higher pressure and they give you a more rubbery feel, okay? So it's also strong, so like if you accidentally run it into the wall or you like trip over it and you kick it at the camera crew, you know, like you don't have to worry about breaking it. So we just show you these things because we want you to understand some things they do in China, they do very well. Other things, not so much. Okay, what else is in the box? Well, there's a gift for you. This is the most exciting part of the unboxing.
Unwrapping the little...
Unwrapping my
keep the little
gift.
Gold tie.
You know it. Okay, so there is probably supposed to be a screw in here if there's not. Oh, there's supposed to be a screw, there's not. So the children could have eaten the batteries had there been batteries. So kids, if you're watching this, don't eat the batteries. They are not delicious, I promise, okay? Three. AAAs. So we're gonna go gather those and come right back. In my typical squirrel fashion, I have decided to start the decals off camera while the camera crew was collecting some batteries for me. So these are regular just decals. They're not wet decals or anything like that. They are stickers. Let me just say that correctly. So this is evidently called the YF-350, which, you know, means a lot to me.
Sure, definitely.
YF-350.
Okay.
So obviously this is a YF-350.
Now we know.
So now I want to show you something. This took me just a quick second of figuring out idness. Okay, a couple things. If you have trouble getting your decals, kids, don't try this, but get your parents to help. You can use a knife to start the edge, but you may perforate the edge a little bit. So the other thing you can do if you don't like doing that, you get one sticker off. Okay, this is a trick that usually works on most planes. Now you can destroy this thing and you won't care about it. Okay, so look, I just poked a little hole and I'm doing this the world's hardest possible way. See this? Check this out. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Oh yeah, take all that backing right off and then try not to rip up your decals. So just do it just like that. It's kind of a joke. But seriously, it does help because you can catch the edge. Now these decals, you're like, wait, that seems like a weird shape. Where the heck would that go? I'll show you. It goes right here and then it folds around the front edge because this is gonna wrap the edge of the wing and help support the actual structure. Because I told you this is wiggly and jiggly. Same thing here. Gosh, they're so staticky. You see that extra tail? Goodness gracious. You see the extra tail, folks? Look at this, watch this. Stick it down, get it on the edge, work your way across. It's not hard. In fact, it's quite limp.
Well.
Okay. So anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and grab the rest of the stickers. I told you this is kind of a quick and dirty process. Now, the static is driving me nuts though.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys are brand new to Brian Phillips RC, what we do is we unbox them, we build them, and we set up the radios. Well, in this case, we don't need to set up a radio, and the truth is, this thing is almost ready to fly. So let's just go ahead and, see, done. We can throw that away. Let's get these AAAs in here. Pretty simple stuff. Battery goes flat side toward the spring. World's cheapest, crappiest AAAs right here, Thunderbolt. They actually give you, they pay you to take these from Harbor Freight. That's just a joke. They don't actually pay you, but close. Almost. Okay, so all the way up, all the way down. There is no yaw control. There's gonna be left and right and no up and down. Okay, so just left and right, just up and down. Power switch, turns it on, starts flashing. Then there's a button, a click, and a click. I don't know what the heck they do, but we're about to find out when my camera crew reads me this paragraph right here.
It says.
Just kidding.
Oh, wait.
By the way, you can use Google Translate and it will literally read that in English and even give you the same background color.
Yeah, because this is all in Chinese.
China.
So if you know Chinese, then you're one step ahead
of us.
If
you're from China or if you speak Chinese, then you can tell us the secrets.
I do think there was some directions on the website, so if you click the link, you can go and look at those.
Oh, by the way, if you click the link, you can buy one of these for yourself and it will help support Brian Phillips RC and all of our RC addictions.
And also our family.
And a family, too. Things like that.
Okay,
so I just wanted to show you real quick. You can close this box up and you can use it as a carrying case if you're into that sort of thing, because it's really hard to carry this otherwise.
But you could put it back on the shelf, you know, stacked.
Which is nice in your shipping container of overflow from the basement.
Yeah.
I mean, not that you have that problem necessarily, but I mean, some of us do have these problems. This is just what's in the living room right now.
Yeah.
Some of you don't have as understanding spouses. By the way, no decals on the bottom. Kind of a miss, because what if it was cloudy? This thing would be impossible to see. I'm just kidding, it's not that bad. Okay, so we're at 4.2 volts. Look at this, guys. It's 420. Woo! 33 error code. All right, so we're gonna grab this thing. Shh. We're gonna grab this thing, pull it up. Flight controller, look at that. Oh, there's like something dangling in there. Do you see it dangling?
Where?
What is that? See it dangling?
Is it the LED wire?
No. Go right like this and hold tight.
Oh, I see it.
What is it? Watch this.
I don't know.
On Brian Phillips RC, we expose all the Chinese secrets. Okay, power on first. Stick it in the hole. Make sure your Molex lines up before you stick it in. That's wrong. It won't go in that way unless you force it. If you force it, you did it wrong. Whoa, that is so exciting. And if you're hungry and you packed a lunch to safely enjoy your RC hobby, you can, you know, it's like one of those spoons from the Chinese restaurants. We're just gonna stick this in here, folks. By the way, if you're brand new to Brian Phillips RC, we do just usually make fun of the Chinese stuff that we're reviewing a little bit here and there, but at the end of the day, we do love the Chinese products because that's pretty much where most of this stuff is made. So, you know, it's worth a grain of salt, guys. All the way up, all the way down. It's gonna arm this thing, and look at that, the lights stop flashing. Oh yeah! Okay, now watch this. Differential thrust, differential thrust, differential thrust. How do you know? Because it's moving one more than the other. How do you know that this one stopped first? See? And also, it kind of walks along your counter. Now, if I were on QVC, which I've been accused of being, okay?
I don't know if QVC
I would
can
wet the counter and then take it off into my couch. And by the way, I just wanted to point out something. I just gave full throttle. I took off, crashed into my couch or chair, you know, and it did okay. It's not like it's flying great, but if this thing flies inside, I'm gonna be very happy. I just don't wanna hit the super timber this, because that one's a balsa. Oops. So if you guys are wondering, I just hear it keep falling down the stairs. There's a stairway over there. And there's also kitty litter at the base.
So you can go get that one.
It's a crappy situation. Okay, it made it, guys. All right, so if you're looking for a gift idea for Father's Day 2025, because you already missed it if you're watching this video, it's all right. Fathers don't care. It's not that big a deal. So check this out. Watch this. Whoa! So we have demonstrated that it is indestructible. And in case you destruct it, you probably did something wrong.
Yeah.
There is no throttle hold on here, by the way.
Yeah, it makes me a little nervous.
So there's buttons. I don't know what they do.
I don't know. Push a button. Let's see what happens.
Let's try. Oh boy.
Oh,
oh, something happened.
You supposed to...
I don't know. It seems excited to see me. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, I'm gonna hit the button. We're gonna try hand launching. We are gonna fly this outside and in water. Ready?
Yeah.
Whoa, I can almost, whoa! Did I hit the timber?
Yes.
Are you okay? Are you okay? It's okay.
That was the one thing you said not to hit.
It's okay. It's okay. I didn't break it. I did knock some dust off of the wing though.
Well, that's probably okay.
That was close, guys.
Maybe we should go outside.
I don't know. I pressed the button. I need to see what it does. There's also 2 more buttons. We're not even done with the buttons. Okay, hold on. We're at 420 over here.
Oh.
Okay. Button and button. Okay. Watch. I hit that button again. Whatever mode it was in, it's back in it. Oh boy. Oh, it beeped. It made it.
Beep.
I don't know. Maybe I'm like secret messaging China.
Probably.
All right, everybody. So there you have it. You've already seen it fly. It's amazing. Stay tuned. There's so much more from Brian Phillips RC. If you want to support us seriously, if you want to buy this F7F or this thing or anything in between, because I'm serious, it doesn't matter what you buy. As long as you're buying something RC related from the links in the video description below, you'll help support Brian Phillips RC and all the things we do. Let's see how much battery we wasted in this demo, because we're going to demo it outside. Okay, so look,
yes,
I'm disconnecting. Watch this. Watch this.
That was like 4 seconds of flight time.
No, it wasn't. It was like probably 30 seconds. Okay. Remember, we charge this one at 1 amp. Wow, look at that. It sucks the juice.
It does.
So now we know. And by the way, that was like 30 seconds, or we'll find out how it does outside. How about that?
Okay.
So stay tuned, guys. I just want to point out something. Normally on a transmitter, okay, so this is like a real transmitter, not a pretend one. So I wrap my lanyards up, so excuse my lanyard. Elevator up and down. There is no elevator. So I don't know how that works. Yaw left and right. Throttle cuts on, this thing's off. All the way up, full throttle. All the way down, no throttle. Yaw, yaw. This one is like yaw, yaw, throttle, throttle.
That's all you get.
I don't know if, it's like this wise man told me once, a well-trimmed sailplane needs no elevator.
And that definitely looks like the well-trimmed sailplane.
I don't know if I think that's true. But anyway, if you guys are flying for the first time and you think this is going to be like any other experience, oh, it's beeping at me again. Dang it. I just want to warn you. The one thing I can tell you about this is it seems like it's going to be really fun. Okay, so it's going to need to bind or at least initiate. And I think it's initiating. Okay, let's see how it initiates again. Because I think we just down the throttle back up with the throttle. Keep your hands out of the prop wash, okay? All the way up, all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. Nope, turn it off, turn it back on. All the way up, all the way down. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so if you're flying it with your buddies, you may have to turn on the plane first and then turn on the transmitter, which is like, you would never do that with this because you may chop your hand off.
Right.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, but.
All right, so we hope we answered all your questions and then introduced just enough of them that you will follow the link to learn what you didn't hear from our very detailed and super professional review.
How much does it weigh?
Oh, this is obviously sub 250. So if it's sub 250, that means that the FAA will probably not put you in the pokey. But if they do, you can watch our videos in their entirety.
You'll be ready for your next plane.
So here goes, guys. Let's see if you're going to jail or not. Jail. 57 grams? Are you kidding me? That's cheap. you have 250 gram allowance. Is this thing zeroed? Hold on a second. Yeah, it was zeroed.
You had your thumb on it.
It's because I picked it up. Here, this is not the way you measure things, guys. I work on scales as a professional scale technician, just in case you were wondering.
It's not even close. 57.
It's 57 grams. Okay, 57 grams is like well within the range.
The range.
So it's indestructible. It's easy to fly, AKA might. And it comes with everything you need except for 3 AAAs. So, I mean, what more could you ask for?
Well,
I mean, I'm just saying, like, what more could you possibly ask for?
But that's not even.
Oh, this thing costs like
5
times as much. Okay, all right. I'm just saying, if you were in the asking kind of mood.
Right.
If you were asking your wife to buy you something for your birthday and you were a hobby grade sort of operator.
Right. This is not a hobby grade.
This would probably, so anyway, that's what we do here on Brian Phillips RC. We show them the way that they really work. We try not to puff a bunch of smoke and say how great everything is because it's perfect. But the truth is, for this price point, you're not going to be getting, the Timber SWS. Thank God it survived the crash. Or this F7F, or maybe even the Cessna 182. But any of those planes you've seen, even that SR-71, guys, at the end of the day, there's a lot of different planes that do a lot of different things. We're going to help you decide which one you need. Okay? And this might be it. Because you might have a little pond you want to fly off, or maybe a pool, and we'll show both of them. Or we did already, so you already saw it. And we hope you enjoyed it. So there's so much more where that came from right around the corner on Brian Phillips RC. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below. As I mentioned earlier, you can support us with Patreon, PayPal, YouTube Super Thanks, and YouTube members are the 4 different ways that we offer on our channel. But really the best way is to just buy planes when you like them. You don't have to buy the plane we're reviewing. You can head over to brianphillipsrc.com, which is our domain, our website, and you can actually see any and all of the little planes. If they're sorted by type, you'll be able to find them super easy, okay? So it'll be by brand affiliate. Like if this was sold by RC Going, you can find it in RC Going. Because it's weird, I don't know if it'll be in float planes.
Probably.
And it'll be modeled by YF-350. Like you're never gonna find that. That's part of the problem with some of these Chinese models. You don't know the name. But this F7F, you can find that in Warbirds.
Yes.
Okay? Or that Cessna 182, you can find that in General Aviation. Or FMS. Or the Timber SWS, which is the red and white one, the big one. Or the Super Timber right in front of it.
Yep.
You can find that in Horizon Hobby or E-Flight.
Yep. Or
General Aviation. Or STOL for short takeoff or landing. So we've done the work to make it easy for you to find one of the multi-thousand videos that are available right here on Brian Phillips RC on YouTube. Now, the other thing too is if you need to save a few bucks, you can pay for your addiction. Just cancel your cable and just only watch Brian Phillips RC.
Yeah. There's more here.
There's literally more. Cable. There's more content. So hopefully you like it as much as your cable. I mean, there might be a little bit more variety on TV. But at the end of the day, why would you want to watch anything but RC if you're an RC? So stay tuned. There is literally so much more right around the corner of that room right there. There's a bunch of boxes ready to go as soon as we get some free time. All right, stay tuned. So much more from Brian Phillips RC. Thanks for watching. Hey, here goes nothing. Pedal time, baby. Come on, rescue boat. You can do it. Yes. We're in it to win it now, hon.
Okay.
Okay. All right, here we go. Don't mind my grabbing. It's all part of the show, folks. Just hold tight, YF-350, I'm coming.
It's gonna float back to shore by the time you get
I'm
there.
coming. Oh crap, is it at the shore?
Not quite.
It
probably will be.
At the shore, dang it. Okay, I'm coming, YF. We might need to figure out the ballast on this boat.
Maybe.
It's leaning. It's kind of a little bit close to the water over here. I don't know why.
I don't understand.
It's just a little less awkward than like reaching between my legs to do that on camera.
Oh,
YF, I'm coming for you. Stay. Stay, YF. Okay, hon, here it comes.
Okay.
See if I can do it. I got the, oh buddy, I got the rudder working. Oh buddy, I don't want it to go to shore and then I can't get it. There's one singular light flashing. Well, if I capsize, that is gonna make for great content.
It will.
Woo! It lives to see another day, folks. The YF-350, get one from the links. Thanks for watching. Oh, hello there, YouTube. You last saw me, I was a land dweller, but now I'm in the middle of the ocean next to all the bugs. Oh wait, this isn't the ocean. This is smaller than the ocean.
This is ridiculous.
Okay, so we found our new workout routine, guys.
Did.
We figured we would just show you another click of the pond, another look at the pond. Look at all the bugs, guys. The ecosystem is literally getting set here.
It is.
And so we got this little pedal boat so that we could recover boats and planes that we flip immediately. I've now dropped or flipped both items we've reviewed since we started. There's the house, show them the house. Oh, hi house, that's where we live. You guys have seen us film. Point where we film. Point where we film.
Up there,
right there. Okay, now let's show them the waterway. Look, wow. So this is the pond, guys. In case you have been watching and following along, we're going over the silt dam in about T-minus 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1.
Now?
Now. We're going over the silt dam. And
right under us.
yeah. So there's a little bit of maintenance we have to do on this mouth of the creek. Okay, slow down there.
Okay.
You gotta not stop, slow down. Okay. So you see this, guys? It's gonna get buggy.
It is.
But that's the thing, I gotta clear out this little weedy area.
The honeysuckle is dying though, because it's drowning.
Yeah, that's good, because it's invasive.
Yeah, we don't want
But
it.
this creek is the creek that feeds, this is the mouth, this is where the supply of water comes from. The camera crew and I are gonna try, okay, now we're gonna go backward. And if you wanna show them like a view of like the pond as we turn around a little bit.
There's our beach.
And these things are powerhouses. Let me tell you something. If you want to have a high energy workout, get yourself a pedal boat, put it on the pond, and just live it up, folks. Look how much I have to adjust this thing. You guys see this? Look at this. This is my dinghy control. You just grab, honey, if you can grab my dinghy for me, that'd be great.
Yeah, I can't do this very good though.
Oh, do you want me to do this?
Here, you film and I'll steer. It's my favorite.
She loves it when I do this.
Yeah.
You can watch my knees. Woo! So yeah, you'll notice a marked difference in, whoa,
steering.
Jeez. It's like out of control over here.
I'm going this way.
So guys, this is the pond. You know what's funny about this? The bugs don't bother you when you're in the middle of the pond.
No. What are all the little things floating around though?
Those things are bugs. Hey.
Well, I know.
You are just
I'm a bad driver.
You would think you've had some practice with this.
Apparently not enough.
Apparently not. We can fix that. So guys, anyway, we figured since I was already in the dinghy, I would just take you around for a quick stroll across the yard. You guys may have remembered, we were about 16 feet down, straight down right here, about 18 feet straight down right here. And we were filming, what was that truck that we filmed?
Oh,
we did a truck for somebody.
Wove Racing.
Yes, the Wove
something.
Wove Racing, and that thing was so cool.
It was awesome.
But check this out, 25 feet deep, right about where that thing is, whatever that thing is.
Whatever that is floating.
What is that, a dead animal?
No, it's a leaf.
Oh, a leaf? I just had a bug fly at my nose.
I heard that.
So, nah, probably not to the deepest part, but we're dang close.
We're pretty close.
Okay. So these are the drains. Water goes through there. I thought I heard something over there. Did you hear it?
No, I think it was that.
It's frog.
Yeah.
So
lots of things out
this
here.
is what it looks like from the middle of the water. It's pretty cool stuff, guys. We love the concept of the damn gift shop being over that hill, tucked in next to the trees. And then we'll be filming a lot of the flights from this damn runway.
Yeah.
So if you guys are excited to see it, then leave it in the comments below. We're excited to share the experience with you because honestly, it's been way more expensive and way longer than we thought this would ever take to get done, but it's also very cool.
Yes.
And I'm glad we didn't go any smaller.
Me too.
Because the amount of money we spent probably would have been about the same.
Yeah.
And it just would have been a lot smaller.
Yeah.
And, you know, in terms of real estate given up, it's very little real estate. This was all just like basically a washout area. The rain that filled this pond probably would have knocked out like 10 trees.
It probably would have.
And made a giant mess of this ditch right here.
Yeah.
And that's the God's honest truth, because we had damage on this property when we bought it. It was about 2 to 3 weeks before we closed on the land. And there was a giant washout and we lost 100-foot tall trees.
And with the storms we've had this spring,
yeah,
we could have lost half these trees anyway from wind damage.
Show them over here. Show them the tree we lost the branch on.
Yeah, we
That's
lost.
a cherry.
This was Brian's favorite tree that we tried to save.
One
and we
of
lost
them.
half of it.
And
One of them, yeah.
It's kind of looking a little pissed off too.
Yeah,
and that's because we need to
happy.
build a levee down there so that we can stop the water from overtopping it all the time.
The water is technically still a little higher than the
normal pool level.
Just a little bit.
Here in a couple months, it will probably stop being full.
Yep.
Oh, and it's so cool. See the moon, guys? You hear the frogs?
Is that a frog?
It's a frog.
That sounds so weird.
I think it might be a shark.
Oh. I was thinking it was an alligator.
Yeah, you got to keep an eye out for alligators around here.
Yeah, we got a lot of them.
That's right. So anyway, guys, that's all we got for you. Next up, Unbox. Or maybe you're seeing this at the end. Either way, we appreciate you sharing the experience with us. And I may have expressed some terminology like this on our beach the last time we were filming the Carbon Sea Cup. This is our second video with the pond full. It's our third video in featuring the pond because it was half full and we did some Volantics boats. Really fun process. Now that we've got more surface area, it should be even more exciting. Can't wait to do some winter ops on here. Well, I mean, I can definitely wait to do that, but it's gonna be cool when that happens too. And we're gonna share just as much stuff and make this as immersive as possible because we wanna share the joy of this hobby and also share this experience of building this aerodrome here in central Iowa. So if you guys are curious about it and you wanna know more details, hit me up, we'll talk. If you guys are interested in flying here, that's something that we have done with other subscribers. So also can hit me up for that. We're gonna keep pedaling and we're gonna go shore this thing and get the heck out. So it's gonna be awesome. So stay tuned. Thanks guys for all your support. We couldn't do it without viewers like you, to borrow a terminology from PBS. Because the truth is, we can only do so much alone.
Yeah.
And even though we've invested retirement amounts of money to be able to do all this stuff, we love doing it. And we're just reinvesting. Everything that's earned and by a multiplier of a lot is going right back into this. And so we really do love this experience and we appreciate you guys helping to support us. So when you buy those things from the links, you're supporting us. Doesn't cost you anything, but you're supporting us. When you watch the videos and an ad happens to play, you're supporting us, guys. We really appreciate it. And that's one cool thing. One of the coolest things we found out on YouTube is that it's not just about, you know, making a few dollars. It's about making tons of really good, strong relationships with people all over the world. People I would have never met in an ordinary life. And we have those people pulling for us, which is really, really cool, rooting for us.
Yeah.
And so we really appreciate you guys being there. And so that's part of the reason why we feel so compelled to share. Let's give them a shot over here of all the nature happening around us. And we'll continue to share more as we learn more and experience more. And so if you guys want to be part of it, flip the camera. So thanks guys, so much more to come on Brian Phillips RC. Stay tuned. Okay folks, I took my mic off already, but I just did the Google Translate. This is trim to the left, trim to the right. And you can look at my screen, see it's in Chinese. This is Google Translate, okay? See how this works? Turn on the camera app and look at that. Isn't that so cool? So the aircraft yaws to the right during flight. Click the left button of the direction fine-tuning button to correct your right yaw problem.
Sure.
And the aircraft yaws to the left during flight. Click the right button of the direction fine-tuning button to correct the yaw problem. So in other words, what they're trying to say is, If you need to push this way, just click this a few times. If it needs to go this way all the time, then click this a few times. It'll speed up the one motor versus the other. And then we were correct in our assessment of what these other things do. Plane turns right, plane turns left, pretty simple. And then so on and so forth for climbing and whatnot. But then this thing is gonna tell you what the buttons do. So yeah, so we'll just do this. So it's a power indicator. I wish that would be bigger. Left, fine adjustment, throttle stick. What does this one do? Low speed, high speed switch, and light switch. We figured out this is the switch.
Oh, good.
This one's evidently low and high speed. I didn't notice a difference. Anyway, hopefully that helps, guys. That's the type of content you're gonna get on Brian Phillips RC. Sorry I took off my mic and my nice shirt. I hope I didn't disgust anybody too much. But there's more where that came from. Right around the corner. Stay tuned. I'm gonna go into the drain!
So while he's on the boat.
Whoa, there's a fish over here.
A live one or a dead
Hey,
one?
hon, hold on.
What?
Hold on, I got dinner.
Oh, great.
I got dinner. Look, I got dinner, hon, right here. There it is.
I'll save that for you.
Yeah, I think we should share it.
I'm just gonna go clean the drain while he's out there now. Gross.
Are you filming me?
Of course.
Hey!
Oh, I hear the water now.
Okay, I cleaned my drain.
Okay, don't tip over.